Good Friday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609 inside of his 17-foot Casita 2019 Freedom Deluxe. Inside 84 square feet of absolute luxury, almost. But anyway, I'm at Oliver Lee State Park in New Mexico, and nice place. I've been here before. Obviously, you people have seen all my stuff where I've been. And anyway, what else can I tell you? It's a pretty day. And yeah, it's the day after yesterday and the day before tomorrow and all that stuff. And hey, Google, what's the temperature in Bangor, Maine?
The current temperature in Bangor is 47.
Oh, boy, howdy, that's a heat wave. Hey, Google, what's the temperature in Butte, Montana?
The current temperature in Butte is 22. Due to current wind conditions, it feels like it's 15.
I hear you guys. What are y'all, the freezer for the universe? But be that as it may, hey, Google, tell us a joke.
What happens when a cactus gets in the way of a porcupine? A prickly situation.
Ouch.
That is so funny I can hardly stop laughing, but it's better than some of the other stuff they've come up with. And what else is going on? Let's see. I probably won't be moving until Monday, and where I'm going to go, I'm not real sure yet, but I'm going to probably be moving north in it because it'll start warming up. June is usually the warmest month in New Mexico and the desert areas because it just is, and then July and August are a little cooler, but that's just because they get a little rain in those months. But what else can I say? This is Trenton Clump. That's an it. That's a bumper sticker that says Native Texan. That is olive oil from the old Popeye cartoons. A viewer sent me the bumper sticker, and a viewer sent me this, and a viewer sent me this little travel trailer. But I bought this. This is a Jetpack 7730L that I get my internet from through Verizon. It's an unlimited prepaid plan, and those are organic bananas. That is olive oil's bra, and that is an EverDry dehumidifier that helps a little bit inside this small space. But in New Mexico, folks, you don't need a dehumidifier, you need a humidifier most of the time because the humidity yesterday was around 10% and it's been as low as 6% humidity, and that is extremely low. Also, just a little note here, I don't know what's happened, but we get a lot of views on stuff and a lot of comments, and I mean a lot of comments. So what's going to happen is, and I've known this for a long time, is I'm not going to be able to keep up with all the comments, okay? So what I try to do now is I go through, and if I read them, I just give them a thumbs up. If they ask a question, I give them a thumbs up and try to answer the question. But just reading all the comments, it used to be I might have 50 comments in a day, but I've got over 3,000 videos out there now, and I get comments on all those videos. And now we're getting around 200 and 250 comments a day or more. And so if I miss your comment, it's not anything personal. It's just because I can't keep up. So, and I don't want to make work out of this thing. This is supposed to be my enjoyment doing videos because I'm retired doing nothing else. But having said that, now moving along, Ron Bailey says, good advice on trusting your instincts. You're right. Dark white dire wolf. Dark white dire wolf. That's interesting. It says wise on trusting your instincts. I did the same thing. This is on the Bumps in the Road of Life, MCSC 9073 Rue. I did the same thing, Rusty, in Oklahoma, and did write up an agreement, wrote the check. She never cashed it and reneged. I hear you. That's the way life is, isn't it? Dale Head, so you are all right, Rusty. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, just trust your instincts. Yeah. It's just when the hair on your arm stand up, the dinosaur is right behind you. I'll never forget that. Well, yeah, that just popped into my brain. I've only got a few brain cells left, so they're kind of having to work overtime. Samoran man, I typed worst state for violent crime in the U.S. into Google. The first hit was New Mexico as #1 worst. Your neighbor to the west, Arizona, is number 8. I can tell you this, I never felt safer anywhere else in my life than here in Texas. Yeah, it talk about, if it says the worst state for violent crime, that's weird. I didn't know that. I never checked that. Thank you. Chris Buchanan, well, that makes me feel good. Thank you for that input. Chris Buchanan, hi, Rusty, great video and campsite. That's at Aguirre Springs. Hope to visit that area in the future. Yeah. Says, what do you think about that area in October? I think it'll be a little cold because it's up in the elevation. It sounds like I love the electric jack. I do. He says he picks up his Casita in October. Thanks for your advice as always. That's when I got mine, last October. This is Gail, 1984. When I was traveling as a solo female, I never unhooked my trailer from my truck so that I was always ready to pull out if the hair on the back of my neck stood up. Only happened once, but boy was I glad I wasn't dinking around trying to hitch up instead of getting gone. Yeah, well, if you can't enjoy camping, then I don't think you should go. Okay, I mean the purpose of the whole thing is to enjoy it, and that's why I left Aguirre Springs the other day, was because I thought about I could probably have overcome that, and but I wouldn't have felt comfortable. You follow me? I'd been sitting there and I'd heard some brush move or something, and I'd have been on red alert, and I might have done something foolish. You never know. Cool comment, call Rusty. Thank you, Scotty Thompson. Scotty Thompson says my bowling league ended April the 25th. My last night bowling season will not start till the fall. I think 2019 Thursday night, LOL. My second season being back from bowling league. Well, good for you, Scotty. Hang in there. That bowling's good for your health. Chris B, what a great view. Yeah, the site at Aguirre Springs is awesome. We've been to White Sand just passing through, but didn't know about Aguirre. What a beautiful boondocking setup. Yeah, it is. It's a great place. He left a link. Thank you, Chris. Dana Hall, well played, Rusty. Sage advice, my friend. Always glad to see you're well. Brian Melton, your videos are always great. Thank you for taking your time to make them for us viewers. Well, yeah, that's what I do. It's fun. Sometimes I kind of run a little low on things to do, but, that's all right. That's the way life is. Bill 28056, bravo, Rusty. I've been trusting my instincts for 71 years and agree with all you said in this video. Well, thank you, Bill. Rita Richardson, I'm glad you're safe. This is true advice. Thank you, Rita. Dennis 78382. Hello, Dennis. Late night entertainment. I already knew RVs and campers were not for me, but this confirms it. Good luck to everyone else. He's still talking about that couple I talked to. Yeah, they had a nightmare, man. That was a nightmare. Carrie Joe on instinct says, you're right, Rusty. Yeah, just do what you got to do, but trust your instincts. This is the couple that wasn't too happy about their RV, and Avalis says, check out Hebard's Travels. They bought a fifth wheel and had a similar story. They have a full playlist of the 100 or so problems that required warranty work. A true nightmare. Check Avalis' comment and you'll see a link to that video. Yeah, well, what it is, guys, first of all, RVs are not built to be lived in. That's one. I live in mine, and other people do too, hundreds, thousands of them. And they're just not for that. I mean, that's. But be that as it may, you just have to be careful and hope you get a good product. David Damron, good video on the couple. This is the same one. Peggy Lynn, are you standing on a box, Rusty, or are these people really short? No, what it is, my camping site is raised about, 18 inches, and I was standing at my campsite when they walked up, and so that 18-inch makes it look like I'm standing on a box, but I'm not. Yeah, that's what that was. MCSE 9073, hope everyone is listening for the keyword Forest River. I had an R-Pod Forest River and took it back next day. Forest River makes most all RVs. The few other manufacturers are well worth hunting out. Yeah, if you can find a family-owned RV manufacturer, Casita is family-owned, so they seem to do a little better job because they're not, even though they're profit-oriented for sure, they can afford to add a little bit more to the product because they don't have to report to a board of directors and they don't have to report to shareholders. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of pressure on them. Jenny's Road, I would never buy another Forest River. My A-frame pop-up was a Forest River. My Jayco travel trailer was good. The dealership missed some punch list issues by the Jayco trailer itself, but the Jayco trailer itself is flawless. I don't know if I got lucky or what, but I kind of feel like I did. And Ken Peak says you got lucky. Well, yeah, I'd say that too. Mark 73573, sadly all brands are basically 100% junk decorated with colorful decals nowadays. Yeah, that's a good point. I tend to agree with that. Robin Rutschman, Forest River Coachman, Freedom Express 24/6 is beyond a piece of poop and should be returned for a full refund. Well, the problem is you're not going to get a full refund. All right, they're not going to do that, and there's nothing you can do about it. I guess, I don't know about I don't think the Lemon Law applies to RVs. I know they have it for automobiles. This is the RV couple. Mr. Lee, OMG, this is horrible. The quality control is non-existent on new trailers. The Attorney General should hold manufacturers accountable for such poor workmanship. More and more, I'm liking my 1970 Road Ranger. May God bless that wonderful couple you met. Yeah. Well, Warren Buffett owns, I can't remember the name of the company he owns, but they own Forest River. And it's strictly for profits, that's all. If they can get cheaper screws, they'll do that to save a penny or a dollar or two on each unit because they make thousands of units. That turns into thousands of dollars. Ken Alexanderstein, he's kind of shocked. Mr. Winger, 1951, I feel sorry for them, but they aren't new to RVing and should have known that Forest River is one of the worst manufacturers out there. Plus, how long did they own the RV before all the problems began? Anyway, apparently the first night, I think they started off on the left foot. MN Patriot, I like my Forest River R-Pod. Pretty soon I will get brave enough to leave the driveway. That's pretty good, isn't it? Deborah Fry, why did they take delivery of the trailer anyway? Well, because they apparently went to a dealership and bought it. MCSA 9073 Rue says, I had an R-Pod for 2 days. They did come get it. Compared to Casita is no comparison. That wind is 1 point. They catch wind like Casita sheds wind. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, the Casita is a little more aerodynamic. And I have to say, I'm very pleased with my Casita, and I've owned different RVs for several years. Rip Snarton, are they standing in a hole? No, my campsite, again, was raised, and that's what caused that. Tracy Phillips, that's a shame. When you buy something new, you expect it to work. Great video, Rusty. Yeah, that's true, and that's why I did the video, because, they were telling me about all these issues they were having with their RV, and I said, well, would you mind telling the world that? And they said, sure, so they did. I said, we were just talking about the issues you've had and let people know, because you just have to be careful when you're buying a new RV that you're getting something that works. And even the interior products, like I've got a Dometic refrigerator, and it works okay, but, Dometic warrants that. And this is I can't remember who makes this. Coleman makes the air conditioner, and then somebody else makes the hot water heater, so they're all different, and they're warranted by those people. MCSE 9073, this is on R-Pod. The guy did that in last year. He's got, I think he had a Toyota truck, I can't remember. It says his truck is good. Linda Lou, where are you? Heard only bad things about Forest River products. Yeah, well, again, you can't judge, the whole group by one incident, but if there's a lot of incidents, and then yeah, you got a case. RV Legal Eagle and Paul's, wow, what is the deal with YouTube? Your comments used to be right below more on your video description. Now there are 25 other videos which used to be on the right side outside your video, but as of today, between your video and the comments, have to scroll down a few pages of other videos before getting to your comments. That's interesting. Well, YouTube is always making changes. They make changes on my side too, and some of them are okay, and some of them I wish they'd leave alone. But when you've got employees that have to justify their position, you can rest assured they're going to justify their position. They're going to do something. Audio, the new RVs are cheap garbage, total ripoff. Well, probably some of them are. Off-grid Jack, buy a nice cargo trailer, fill it with whatever you want via Walmart, a fraction of the price, and no need for expensive RV parts. Yeah, if you just want a camper, that's a good way to go. Doug Heratopoulos, Rusty, you look a lot younger in 2019 than you looked in 2016 or 17. Wow, keep up the good health. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe it's just a camera. Off-grid Jack RVs are selling like hotcakes now as people are giving up the rent mortgage grind, and so they are whipping them out as fast as they can. It sounds. Yeah, they are. They apparently, but it's not all sizes. You know, it's the smaller size RV, the lightweight RVs that are selling like hotcakes. The big motorhomes are their sales are off. Christian soldier, a man's got to know his limitations. Yeah, I talk about trusting your instincts. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away, know when to run. Yeah, really. Thanks, buddy. Drove a truck for 42 years and always lived by my instincts. Yeah, that's smart. It is. Here's one here. Audio's the guy's name. Says, is this a David Letterman skit? No. Funny. I'm E88. I'll stick to my van. Too much investment for me to buy an RV. Thank you for the info. Same person. LOL, Jack and Jill. You like that? Well, you know, I didn't want to use their real names because they really didn't want to do the video, you know. So this is James LaRue. There's a lot of sketchy stuff like this at truck stops too, generally meth related. Yeah, you know, that's what scares me. I'm not worried about the guy that's drunk. I'm worried about the guy that doesn't know what town he's in. You know what I mean? He kind of, you know, and he's high. You know, that's the one I worry about because they'll do crazy things to get money to stay that way. Outdoors with Ron, frame broke in 6 places. Good grief. I hear you. Hazel, that's why I did the video. I thought it was crazy, man. Hazel Hinkle, right call. Thank you on the instincts. Jane Bray, this is on the RV stuff. From Canada, they should have bought a Taylor Coach, best made trailer on the market, and built custom to what you want. All aluminum underbelly, roof sides, no worry of bugs or rodents. Built to last. Any problem, you just call them, and they help you solve the problem right there. Thousands of satisfied customers like us. Well, everybody check out Taylor Coach. You can get that. And the exchange rate's favorable right now. I think. Steve Henson, I'm jealous. No, this is on the Living in a Little Guy. I'm jealous. No, actually, that's pretty cool. I like that I've seen them around and never got to see inside one. I've seen a few of them in my time. Yeah, they're interesting little RVs, but they are just beds. You're basically pulling your bed down the highway. James LaRue, for the safety of those cats, I hope they get rid of that thing, the crappiest piece of thing. Anyway, it'll make you appreciate the casita. Well, it does, for sure. I mean, I like my casita. This is a video I did a long time ago on the Llano River in central Texas. Joe Wolf, this was part of my childhood. I miss a lot of this spring, but next spring I'll get back. I can't wait. Well, go for it. They got a lot of comments on the couple on the RV. The Travel Hawk, did you give them Jonathan's number at Casita? It would be a win-win situation. Well, they did ask if 2 people and 4 cats could live in a Casita, and I said, well, you know, you can, but you better really like each other. MCSE 9073 Rue, hey, Rusty, where do you store your solar briefcase? Well, I'm not going to tell you because you may want to get it. It's here. My Venus Healer, I guess the RV those poor souls own is a total lemon. What an expensive mess. Yeah, apparently, yes. Guys, we're going to do a few more. This is Kyle Kreitzman. It says, we have a 16-foot 1958 Shasta in amazing condition, 61 years old, but he restored it. Anyway, Ron Bailey says, oy vey, whatever that means. Yay, buddy. I bought a 2018 travel trailer made by Forest River. So far, so good. 5 trips. And then Steely Dan says, are they like 4 feet tall? No, it wasn't that. It's just that my campsite was raised. I mentioned that earlier. DR Green, it seems there are very few manufacturers of travel. There are very few, and there's going to be fewer and fewer because what happens, these big fish buy out the little fish. But yeah, he said that they recently bought a Salem travel trailer. Said he inspected the outside frame. You know, it's a shame you got to do that. He said, we asked that the fridge be turned on propane and left overnight. When we returned the next morning, it was all working as expected. So it was all working as expected, so we did the deal. Anyway, this is Schaefer. One day, a little boy asked his daddy to buy him a Mickey Mouse outfit. So his daddy said okay and went out and bought the Forest River Company. That's not bad. Stephen, let's see a picture of this heap. Well, I don't know where it is. They just walked up. They were taking pictures of cactus. The cactus blooms out here because they're red, and some are yellow, some are pink. CDL Lady Marengo, the Forest River line went down considerably. There ought to be a law. Well, I don't know how they're. I don't know. There's a lot of debate about that. I really don't think there's any laws that can force them to improve their quality. We'll do a few more. Carl T. Says travel trailers that utilize wood frame walls and siding or solid OSB plywood walls with an adhesive skin do not hold up well for long-term travel use. They're okay for weekend campers. For me, I will take a two-piece molded model like the Casita Scamp Oliver any day and pay the extra cost. Yeah, they're not. It's not that much more. The difference between like an R-Pod and a Casita is about $3,500. Marcus Lovelace, good move. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You're right on the money. Anyway, here's Court Jester 121-145. Says, smart move, Rusty. I'm a retired police officer from the great city of Detroit. I am legal to carry, which I do 24/7. They tell you it's better to walk away and avoid a confrontation unless it is your last resort to use a weapon. You are in fear for your life and backed into a corner, no way to escape. You did the correct thing and vamoosed while you were able to, and that was not an unmanly thing to do. It's called street smarts. Anyway, guys, we're going to do a couple more, and then we're going to shut her down. Cal, man, you made the right decision. That was on the instincts. This is John Cook. Sounds like that punk was up to no good. Well, you know, it's a feeling you get. Okay, he may have been looking for a church for all I know. But you know, Jane Bray. One time when I was a little girl, we were at a campsite, and two motorcycle gangs rolled in. You know, that's the thing. See, and I didn't mean to cut your comment short, Jane, but the thing of it is the group mentality. You know, it's like, you know, you get a group of guys or people, and they'll do things that the individuals won't do. Okay, and that's what worried me. Anyway. Mike, the moneymaker, RV dealer salesman, want people exactly like this more than anything. The questions then become, are you man enough to take their money, or are you man enough to keep taking their money over and over again until it's all gone? But that's, yeah, the way it works is everybody's in life basically to make money, and that, you know, everybody's going to say they're doing their job, okay? And that's the way it is. You know, the workers at Casita, or not Casita, but the workers at Forest River are nice guys, and they would love to do a good job. But first of all, they're probably given, you know, they're given poor components. The components are crap. You know, and then the things they put the components together with is crap. Well, you know, they may be great craftsmen, but they're not given the tools to create a good product. This is the last one. This is J Rule 711. I follow a lot of nomadic type RV dwellers, and a lot of them have these same issues with quality and lack of customer support. It seems there is very little quality control in the travel trailer RV world. They should contact Warren Buffett to complain. I agree. He's a major stockholder in Forest River. Yeah, the company he owns Forest River, or the company he's the major shareholder in. But anyway, guys, having said that, just bear in mind, you know, I'll try to get to all the comments that I can as quickly as I can, and if you have a question, I'll try to get to it. But if I overlook it, don't take it personal. But yeah, we've probably still got. I've done a lot of comments. This is 23 minutes, and I'm not even close. I've got another 40 to go. But having said that, we will now end with a lovely joke from our lady from Google. Hey Google, tell us a joke.
What happened to the plant in math class? It grew square roots.
What can I say? But anyway, ladies,
I have lots of powers, and they're growing every day.
I know that. One of them is listening to me. Thank you. Anyway, thumbs up. Carpe diem, adios, bye, bye, bye. Anything you want, anytime you want. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission, and it does not cost you one penny. Some of you are, and some of you have used the link. Thank you very much. And anyway, what else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you won't want to eat so much. What else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deep. really deep. Hold it for a few seconds and then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure. Lowers your blood pressure. What else? Stretch, swivel, walk, exercise your body once or twice a day. Why? Because it's good for you. May help you live a little longer. And what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Do not let negative Nancy or negative Ned get inside of your head. This is your head, your brain, your frontal lobes. And if you put in good ingredients, your little synapses and all those little neurons can form good thoughts, and that's what you need to do. So having said that, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, enjoy your life one day at a time. We've got a weekend coming up, and I'll be going somewhere else on Monday, and what I'm going to do for videos today, I have no clue. But anyway, thumbs up, guys. Adios. Carry on.